Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that affects millions of people. The stressful cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. It feels like you're running on a treadmill, right? You work hard, you get paid, and before you know it, the money is gone, and you're anxiously waiting for the next payday. It's exhausting. But what if I told you that you could break free from this cycle? It's not about making $1 million overnight. It's about making small, smart changes to how you manage your money. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a practical, step-by-step guide to take control of your finances, build a safety net, and finally, stop counting the days until your next paycheck. So grab a notebook and let's get started on your journey to financial freedom. First things first. You can't change what you don't understand. The first and most crucial step is to figure out exactly where your money is going. This might sound intimidating, but it's actually empowering. For 1 month, track every single penny you spend. Yes, every single one. From your morning coffee to your monthly rent, and that subscription service you forgot you had. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or one of the many great budgeting apps out there like Mint, YNAB, or Puck. The tool doesn't matter as much as the habit. At the end of the month, sit down and categorize your spending. You'll probably be surprised. Many people find they're spending hundreds of dollars on things they don't even value that much, like daily lunches out or multiple streaming services. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering data. This financial snapshot is your starting line. It gives you the power to see where you can make changes. Now that you know where your money is going, it's time to create a budget. I know, the word budget can sound restrictive, like a financial diet where you can't have any fun. But let's reframe that. A budget isn't about restriction. It's about intention. It's a plan that tells your money where to go instead of you wondering where it went. I recommend the 50-30-20 rule as a great starting point. It's simple and flexible. Here's how it works. 50% of your after-tax income goes towards your needs. These are your absolute must-haves: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and insurance. These are the bills you have to pay to live. Next, 30% goes towards your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, shopping, hobbies, entertainment, and travel. Life should be enjoyed, and this part of your budget ensures that, finally. And this is the key to breaking the cycle. 20% goes towards savings and debt repayment. This includes building your emergency fund, saving for retirement, and paying off high-interest debt, like credit cards or personal loans. The 50-30-20 rule is a guideline, not a strict law. You might need to adjust the percentages based on your income and cost of living, but it provides a solid framework to start with. Okay, let's talk about that. 20% for savings and debt. This is your ticket out of the paycheck to paycheck trap. Your number one priority here should be building an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a stash of cash set aside specifically for unexpected life events. Think car repairs, a sudden job loss, or a medical bill. Without this safety net, any small crisis can send you straight into debt. So, how much do you need? A good initial goal is to save at least $1,000. This can cover most minor emergencies. Once you hit that, your ultimate goal should be to save 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses. That's the amount you calculated for your needs category. This might sound like a huge amount, but you start small. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to a separate high-yield savings account every payday. Even if it's just $25 or $50 to start, the key is consistency. Automating it means you save without even thinking about it. This fund is your peace of mind. It's the buffer that stands between you and financial stress. While you're building your emergency fund, you also need a plan to tackle high-interest debt, especially credit card debt. High-interest debt is like a leak in your financial boat. It makes it nearly impossible to get ahead because the interest charges are constantly working against you. There are 2 popular methods for paying off debt: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. With the debt snowball method, you list your debts from the smallest balance to the largest, regardless of the interest rate. You make minimum payments on all of them, but you throw every extra dollar you have at the smallest debt. Once that's paid off, You feel a huge sense of accomplishment. Then, you take all the money you were paying on that debt and roll it over to the next smallest one. This creates a snowball effect, building momentum and keeping you motivated. The debt avalanche method is mathematically faster. You list your debts by interest rate, from highest to lowest. You make minimum payments on all debts, but focus on paying off the one with the highest interest rate first. This saves you the most money in interest over time. Which one is better? It depends on your personality. If you need quick wins to stay motivated, the snowball is for you. If you're purely numbers-driven, go for the avalanche. The best method is the one you'll actually stick with. Now, let us get to a part that can make a huge difference: cutting expenses and increasing your income. Look back at that spending tracker you made. Where are the leaks? This is where you can make some powerful changes. Can you cook more meals at home instead of eating out? The average person can save hundreds a month just by doing this. Review your subscriptions. Are you really using all those streaming services, gym memberships, and subscription boxers? Cancel what you don't use. Another big one is to shop smarter. Always make a grocery list. Compare prices and look for sales or coupons. When it comes to bigger purchases, wait 24 hours before buying to avoid impulse buys. On the other side of the coin, think about increasing your income. Could you pick up a few extra hours at work? Do you have a skill you could turn into a side hustle, like freelance writing, graphic design, or even dog walking? Driving for a rideshare service or delivering food are also flexible options. Even an extra few $100s a month can dramatically accelerate your progress, allowing you to build your emergency fund and pay off debts so much faster. All right, we've covered a lot of the how, but let's talk about the why. Staying motivated is half the battle. Your financial journey is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be times when you feel like giving up. That's why it's so important to have clear, inspiring goals. Why do you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck? Is it to travel the world? To buy a house? To quit a job you hate and start your own business? Or is it simply for the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're financially secure? Whatever your reasons are, write them down. Make a vision board. Keep them somewhere you can see them every day. These goals are your fuel. When you're tempted to splurge on something that's not in your budget, remind yourself of what you're working towards. Also, celebrate your wins along the way. Did you pay off a credit card? Treat yourself to a nice dinner at home. Did you hit your first $1,000 savings goal? Celebrate that milestone. Recognizing your progress will keep you motivated to continue on this path. Let's do a quick recap of the steps to break the paycheck cycle. 1. Track your spending to understand where your money is going. Knowledge is power. 2. Create a realistic budget, like the 50-30-20th rule, to give every dollar a job. 3. Build an emergency fund. Start with a goal of $1,000, then work your way up to 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is your financial safety net. 4. Attack your high-interest debt using either the snowball or avalanche method. Get rid of that financial drag. 5. Find ways to cut your expenses and increase your income. A little bit here and there adds up to a lot. And finally, 6. Stay motivated by setting clear financial goals and celebrating your successes along the way. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about progress. You will make mistakes, and that's okay. The important thing is to get back on track and keep moving forward. Taking control of your finances is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself. It reduces stress, opens up opportunities, and gives you the freedom to design the life you truly want to live. You don't have to be a financial expert. You just have to be willing to start. Start today. Track that first expense. Make that first budget. Transfer that first $20 into your savings account. Every small step you take is a step away from financial anxiety and a step towards financial peace. You have the ability to change your financial future, and it starts right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this guide helpful.